There seems to be a common thread that runs through the message of a lot of leading Christian spokespeople out there. It takes the assumption that you're already a Christian to begin with, and from there it kind of goes like this. If you aspire to a deeper walk with the Lord, be careful what you ask for, because there is a price to pay, and it's going to cost you. It'll cost you in the form of people around you wanting to take you down because they see what's happening. And it'll cost you in the form of your life getting a lot more difficult, not even to mention the whole spiritual realm and everything that goes with that. Yet, nevertheless, you should still aspire to that deeper walk. So, let me get this straight. I'm already saved, and basically I'm a C-plus Christian. My life's not perfect, but on balance, it's more or less okay most of the time. But that's not good enough. No, I should pursue A-plus Christianity so that I can have a nice giant target put on my back and have my life go from moderately difficult to incredibly difficult all the time. I don't get it. I do not get that rationale. Now, those of you who don't know me or are tuning in to me for the first time probably are thinking right now that I'm one of those weird, whacked-out atheists who's doing this as a takedown. Well, I want you to know I'm not, and this isn't. The fact of the matter is I do consider myself to be a Christian, but I freely admit to you that my faith has been beat up pretty badly over the last year and a half or so. And for most of that time, I felt like I really was pursuing that deeper walk, and I really was trying to get as close as I could to the Lord. And it occurs to me that as I look back over most of my life, that's sort of how it's always been. The times that I have tried to aspire to be really, really close to the Lord have also been the most difficult times of my life. The times when I felt like I was all alone. And the times, ironically, they've also been the times that I felt like God was the most distant from me and like He couldn't have cared less one way or the other. But the other times in my life, the times that I've sort of just gone about my business and kind of done my own thing, not really worried about how close I was to the Lord, but just kind of letting Him be as close to or as distant from me as He chose, those, I think, tend to be the good times. Those tend to be the times when I'm not worried about things, when I just sort of am cruising right along, and maybe, just maybe, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, think about it. I look beyond my own life to that of other people. And this very clip I'm responding to here, Mother Teresa, of all people, widely considered as one of the holiest people to ever walk the face of the earth. Yet we come to find out years later that for most of her life, she felt like the Lord had turned His back on her and wasn't there and was distant and was not present. That's Mother Teresa, folks. And if that's one of God's biggest fans, so to speak, that's one of God's biggest supporters, who in the world do I think I am, little old me, that I should expect anything better if I pursue that deeper walk? And that leads me to the question, then why pursue that deeper walk? And that's where I want to end this. And I want to put this to you, the A-plus Christians out there. And you know who you are. You really are the dedicated ones. You're the ones who are every day pursuing that deeper walk. You think you're a better Christian than me, and you know what? You probably are. And you have the WWJD bracelet right there on your wrist to prove it. Okay. Fine, then here's my question for you. Why should I, as a C-plus Christian who's doing more or less okay, why should I want to become you? Why do I want to be you? And if you were here in the room with me, or if we were at Starbucks sitting around over a cup of coffee, I would ask you, what are you getting out of it? What is the payback to you for all of this intensity that you're putting in? What are you getting from all that as a payback that I want a piece of? That is my question for you. But whether you are an A-plus Christian or a marginal C+ Christian like me, or not a Christian at all. I nevertheless want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this, and I will be very interested to see the responses. Till next time, Steve out.